drama on One, Ruth Rendell's Gallowglass.
I saved your life. So your life belongs to me now.
All right.
Jimmy Nail is back in action as Spender.
Tell him I'll meet them there. And tell them it's gum shields.
For Frank and Tessa, it's love that hurts.
I know you're still carrying a torch for me.
Yes, a blowtorch. Now, what do you want?
A nice antique, perhaps, courtesy of Lovejoy.
20 grand for a car seat? Who she belong to? The Queen?
Napoleon Bonaparte, actually.
John Thaw and Lindsay Duncan spend a year in Provence.
There's a goat in a supermarket.
There's another one driving that Peugeot.
New drama from January on One.
Now, I want to invite all you little partners out there to come out and see the Bronco Billy Wild West show.
He's a showman with a tough act and a raw talent for sharp shooting.
Every assistant I've had for the last 10 years has said exactly what's on this paper, and that's the way I want it continued.
Clint Eastwood.
If you ever raise your voice to me again, I will scratch out your eyes.
Is Bronco Billy.
Just how fast are you with that pea shooter?
Ain't nobody faster than Bronco Billy, Wednesday at 7 on One. Yee-haw!
In an hour's time, BBC Two honours the oldest surviving independent television company, Granada, with a mixture of archive material documenting its history, and to start off, a classic episode from Coronation Street. On One now, a comedy blockbuster and a network premiere, all in one. Well, in two actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Believe it or not, they're twins.
Next week, Adam and Eve, a snake, Freud, and even a rhinoceros contribute to Scarf on Sex.
A new series to BBC Two. All Black investigates the stories and issues within Britain's African Caribbean communities. From black sex on sale to single-parent families. Concern over school expulsions, the new debate on schizophrenia, and black-on-black violence. All Black begins on Friday at 8 on BBC Two.
Attention, all those who are in the streets.
We are about to take off on the highway of tomorrow. Stand by.
Somebody at the door.
Wow, that's someone else.
Coming shortly, the Conservatives.
16 candles.
Funny, I love the stuff.
Make a lovely life.
Let me share with you a vision of the future which offers hope. He's a nutcase, you know, no getting away from it.
Just don't look at that light. Cover your eyes like this.
Oh boy.
6 fables of politics and power in the age of science. The award-winning Pandora's Box starts Thursday, 9:30 on BBC Two.
In 5 minutes, Robin Williams, Peter O'Toole and Twiggy team up for the film on BBC Wales on One. It's a comedy and it's Club Paradise. In 45 minutes here on BBC Wales on 2, Over the Edge asks why many talented disabled musicians fail to break into mainstream. First, Newsnight with Francine Stock.
We think we are fighting to save the service we love. We think that she insults and humiliates policemen, and it demotes the police officer in society.
Good evening. According to the massed ranks at Wembley, a policeman's lot is outrage and anger at the proposals for reform put forward by the Sheehy inquiry. Is this the last hurrah of an antiquated police culture, or a genuine cry of pain from a public service squeezed into a free market straitjacket? John Burrow, the president of the Association of Chief Police Officers, will discuss with Sir Paul Fox, a member of the Sheehy team. The Prime Minister has given his clearest indication yet that he will override the will of Parliament if it doesn't back him in the key vote on Maastricht's social chapter on Thursday. So have the stakes changed once more for the threatening Tory rebels? A backbencher who says he'll now support the government in the vote, having previously voted against, explains his change of heart to a member of the hardcore of Maastricht haters. And why, I'll be asking Employment Secretary David Hunt, does the government find it so hard to give its supporters a clear lead? And in Russia, Mark Urban has met the descendants of an old guard whose renaissance has raised old ghosts.
From Yekaterinburg, I'll be reporting on the new Cossacks. Once they were the military caste of the Tsars. Today they're the standard bearers for resurgent Russian nationalism.
At least 20,000 police officers turned up at London's Wembley Arena this evening to protest at the Sheehy proposals to reform the police service. The organisers, the Police Federation, had invited the Home Secretary Michael Howard to address the rally. He refused, saying he's considering the proposals carefully and hasn't yet made up his mind which parts of the report to adopt. It is, however, clear that the government would like the £3.8 billion of public money spent on the police each year to be better distributed, giving greater rewards to those who do the most difficult jobs.
The establishment of the Sheehy inquiry was Kenneth Clarke's first significant act as Home Secretary, at a time when the police were coming under intense criticism.
It would be foolish for anyone to pretend that the impact of well-publicised cases of miscarriage of justice, combined with concern about general level of exposure to crime in society, haven't led some people to question whether the police are totally on top of that.
Sir Patrick Sheehy, chairman of the tobacco group BAT, was described by Mr. Clarke as a tough, independent businessman who would bring private sector thinking to the police service. His brief was to look at pay, rank,